have a ferry mode.
Huh.
Again, Go changes things because of the meta in certain ways that Go works differently. It adds
Yeah.
different mechanics, and like seeing as it's not based on IVs, BVs, or combat power, there's a lot of differences, evolutions, and shit from
Understandable.
But yeah, if you love even yourself out, it needs to have a very tight group and high friendship.
Well, high
Espeon,
friendship is pretty.
friendship is easy. Basically, just don't let it die. Let it bleed. Basically, heal it, feed it,
Give it
give it
food
food, stuff like that. Just basically, yeah, and just feed it items
and just don't touch it.
and give it the item pull for increasing damage. But yeah, Eevee or Espeon, Umbreon, or Night and Day with friendship. Sylveon with Fairy Move with friendship. That's the end. The rest are all Sylvia or
I just
like
realized
Leafeon.
Espeon is like espionage.
Kind of odd considering it's part of the day. It doesn't seem that night. I don't know. It's just a psych.
There we go.
The rest of the
So I'm guessing to get Leafeon, you give it the Leaf Stone.
yeah, now they changed it. Before it was a moss rock. There's two rocks in Gen 4, a moss rock and an ice rock. You got to go to where they are located and level up Eevee near those rocks. Now they added evolution stones. You got Arceus has a leaf stone for Leafeon, and an ice stone, which is a unique stone to that game, unless it's been in like Scarlet, Violet, Sword, and Shield. But Arceus included that, so you don't have to. There's also rock, moss, and ice rock because it is Sinnoh still, and that's what those games introduced them. So they still have them, but you can also evolve them through stone, leaf, and ice stone. I'm assuming
So the world you're in now, did Arceus send you in that world you're in now?
yes, Arceus created everything. Correct. This, I thought this was the past, further into the past, but it's not. It actually takes place about 10 or so years after X and Y's events, and even after Sword and Shield, because they mention a character by the name of Leon, who is the champion of Sword and Shield. And some NPC mentions that he's been beat, meaning this game takes place after X and Y and even after Sword and Shield. I thought it was further in the past, but there's a lot of different things in this game that was not lining up. Like the main character, Az, which is a 3,000-year-old man who started an entire war and killed up a bunch of people to revive a Floette. And that thing flew off on him, and then came back after you beat Az at the end of the game. And in this game, he is there in a hotel with that said Pokemon, and I was like, that was throwing me off entirely. Because if it was late, if this took place then, before that happening or after, he would not have his Pokemon because it would have left him. Because the guy,
True.
there's a character in X and Y that built this giant machine that killed millions or thousands of lives to revive a Pokemon that died in this war. The Pokemon came back, saw this guy went through this crap to do so, and he left him because, well, he's a bad guy, and that he's not. And then after the event, at the end of the game's event, literally the final thing you do is you battle Az. His name's Az. You battle him, and then he gets his Pokemon back because he basically regained his heart. The guy lost a Pokemon to war and wanted to revive it. He built a weapon. That weapon killed other people, and he is the progenitor of the Mega Stone. Because the moment that weapon blew off, the weapon that he used to do also created the Mega Stone energy that created the Mega Stone. It's a weird backstory involving a dude causing mass genocide to revive a Pokemon. And somehow this mass genocide turned him immortal. So the guy is over 3,000 years old. Yes. He states it in X and Y, and he states it in this. The guy's name is Az, A-Z. Has it really been 10 years? Oh my god, there it is. The exact time frame, 10 years. This takes place 10 years after X and Y. This girl confirmed. really been 10 years. Because everyone's talking about how Lumiose looks different, implying, well, X and Y, implying this. And also showing that Lumiose is bigger in this game than it was in X. This is one map. This is just Lumiose. Lumiose itself is a town of one of the gyms, which is the big building in the middle. This is just literally one town in X and Y, and it's not this big.
Is this surrounded by water?
No. There is more land, because Lumiose is just a minor... Lumiose is just like a big hub. It's the most biggest bustling hub. It's like Celadon City, where it's like the biggest hub. Everyone goes there. There's a lot of transportation there. It's got the Prism Tower, which is basically the Eiffel Tower. Stuff like that. A lot of sites. So it's a very popular tourist attraction town. It's a very touristy thing. It's based on France. So, yeah. That's why this game is predominantly set here. Plus, I think people were complaining that Arceus' maps were a little too big and not filled with enough, even though it's not that big. Comparatively, Scarlet and Violet had a open map as well that felt dead as fuck. A lot of people complain about Sword and Shield being the same. Arceus had... There's moments where it's dead, yes, but there's enough items to collect and Pokemon to collect to keep yourself entertained. You know what I mean? Like, unless you have a horrendous attention span like me. But, like, there's times where I'm just like, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm just wasting an hour, like, trying to complete a Pokedex. One Pokemon's Pokedex. It took me, like, 4 hours to complete the Pokemon I was doing yesterday. And I was like, that was really bad. But, like...
Damn.
Oh, guys, this is so fucking shitty. What the fucking shit?
Okay. Come on, center.
I'm here from two fucking
Pokeball.
minutes.
Ginga. Harmony with Pokemon is art. Cafe Wolf. Wolf. It's a friend. This area is based on France. There's a dog called Furfru. I think that's probably why they're referencing dog sounds. Woof. Cafe Woof. No, he doesn't. He has different haircut variants. You can get. It's like the Pokemon you can give haircuts to.
Well, that's what I meant. There's like a gem.
Yeah, he's got haircut variants. It's weird. Furfru is a weird Pokemon that's got that weird like. But yeah, he has different variants. Yeah. Furfru does not evolve. Instead, it can have different appearance changes by being groomed into different trims. Hence, like, and that's from X and Y. Hence, a lot of like this frickin' cafe is called Cafe Woof. Probably based on a lot of that. I really don't know.
Could be.
Cafe Wolf, and yet it's a freaking coffee shop. Aww. Cafe to me. There's one variant right there. And there's another one right over here.
Huh.
Yeah.
Poodle.
Yeah. They got here.
Weird.
Yep, very.
Reaper just left. Where the hell did that be? Lil B, when I was talking to the doctor, he agrees with me that with all the cortisone shots I had and shit, it masked the pain and whatnot that I had before. So I started using my arm more, and I ended up doing more damage. That's why a lot of doctors say take cortisone shots because something like that. You're in a lot of pain if you don't move it, so they give you cortisone shots. Hey, that pain's almost gone. Now I can move my arm again. Well, the click and popping got worse, so that means that I'm tearing something even more. That's why he has me out of work until further notice. Because if I go back to work, I'll tear it more. Which would actually make work responsible for it then. And the work's insurance and work's comp wouldn't have to pay for any damage. Work would have to pay for it. Which I don't think they want. That's why they do what the doctor says. Here we go. Oh, okay. Here we go.
Early Gaming Zones, Legends Cell.
Okay, on, gotta catch them all.
If you like other playing Pokemon itself, send love for more.
Here. We have the G moan. This is Spookle. He just goes with the way like You know. Did that?
I hate how Twitch likes to do an update every day. I got to do an update right now because apparently your stream keeps freezing on you because of the afternoon update. Yeah, it's just so annoying. Just update like once a month. You don't have to update every day. Oh, you fucker. So how are you gonna get down there? Oh. Can't you just fly on that bird and go down? I thought you could fly on the bird like you did in the other in Arceus.
No, I don't have.
Cause I want to see you get on that little tiny ass bird and fly on that.
First fly on.
Oh, I thought as long as it can fly, you can use it.
No, it's because they take away like those mounts, all those Pokemon. That's how you get around. There is no like HM. There's a bird that flies around. There's a deer that you ride on. There's a wasp. There's a ride on the water. Bear that you tracks uncover buried treasure.
Huh.
And then there's Sneasler. It's Sneasel. It's Sneasel, but a different variant. It's Sneasler.
Huh.
It's different for range. Sun and Moon can ride that act as TMs are all
So
permanent.
now they're technical machines.
Yes, erase them. All TMs are infinite. That's so yeah, they
That's new. Usually TM, once you use it, that's it. So
yeah,
you gotta watch what
yeah,
Pokemon.
they changed that. They bugged the TMs are now. HMs are no longer a thing. They still exist. It's just they're not the same. Use them now is erase them. Because most of the time now it's just a mount that does the same thing. In Scarlet and Violet, you have Miraidon and Koraidon, which as you progress the game, he gets progressively different upgrades. You know, faster speeds, he gains wings, he can fly or glide, he can go in water. Yeah, those are basically your HM at that point. Because HMs have become a normal TM because people complain so much about roadblocks, such as needing cut, to the point where people use what they call HM whores or slaves. They'll have Pokemon they don't even use in battle, strictly just for getting around. And I personally hate that. I don't want to have to be like, oh, there's a tree, now I gotta go to the center, get my Pokemon out. Fuck that. And I'm not gonna have a fucking slave on my team the whole game just to do that. Fuck that. So I teach cut to like Charizard and shit. Fun fact, Charizard couldn't fly in Gen 1.
Even though it had wings.
Yes, no, it could not legit learn fly. You
make me want to play that game just to try that out.
You
Right, you can't.
No, Charizard for some reason cannot learn fly. It's not even a move you can use. You can't. He will not. Yeah, I know. You can't even teach him fly. You can't even use it in battle or use it to fly around. It's weird, and they changed that. They changed it later. Charizard can now fly, but they changed it later. Originally in Gen 1, he could not. It was.
In Gen 1, what was his type? Just fire?
No, it's fire flying. Just Charizard can't fly. That's it.
You give Doduo
Yes.
flying, even though it can't fly.
It legitimately. Well, Dodrio and Doduo can legitimately fly. They helicopter. Charizard, who has wings, cannot legitimately learn fly. That was changed. I don't know what. Gen 1 is a horrendous mess of coding issues. Don't even get me started on. I've never played it, but our versions are updated. They have 4 Gen 1 games. Red, blue, yellow, and green. Their green is the original. By the time we got red and blue, those are updated further, which means they're better than their green. Their green was even more broken, including sprites, like Mew looking like a fucking fetus. stuff like that. But not only the sprite work was awful, there was just bugs, like the missing no glitch, but worse, and stuff, other things. I don't know what green had that was so horrendous, but red and blue, our red and blue is upgraded, and then yellow is another further upgraded version. So our red and blue is not the same as their green. I don't even know if our red and blue is the same as their red and blue. But our versions are updated. Because green is the original, and it was like the worst version out of all 4 games. That's why we never got a green.
Around some, Dudo and Dodrio are both able to learn fly despite not having any wings. This is because the Japanese name for the move can also be translated as sky jump, and both are known for their prowess at jumping.
Charizard could not learn fly in the first generation of games, Red and Blue, due to its flying type, though it was a design choice in the original game that was changed later in Yellow. In Pokemon Yellow, Charizard can fly, and it was taught fly in subsequent games versions as well. Yes. Yeah, Red and Blue Charizard could not fly. Pokemon games, Charizard cannot learn the move Fly. This was likely due to a design decision that restricted the move to Pokemon with more explicit bird-like character. Don't make Charizard a fucking fire-breathing non-dragon. The thing is literally a lizard with wings. What the fuck more do you want? Bird like my ass. The thing is designed and looks like a dragon, but he's not either. The fuck do you want? Then don't, like, lizards are descendants of dragons. You got freaking worms, you got lizards, all that. They're all like the same class. Yes, they're all like that same type of class. They're all lizards or whatever, not serpent, but they're all reptilian. Charizard himself is not a dragon in terms of like typing, but his like animal might be. He's just a lizard though, like Charmander himself, Charmeleon, they're lizards. Little geckos. But like yeah, yes. Charizard had wings, but in Gen 1, Red and Blue, he could not learn to fly because
Charmeleon's off of a chameleon.
Yes, yeah. Well, they're lizards still. Yes, it's chameleon. And Charmander's name is literally just the word char and whatever meat mander is. And then
it's like a salamander then.
Yeah, and then then Melian is just the word fire combined with chameleon. And then you got Charizard with whatever the fuck the rest of that all is. It's just flame. Right. It's just flame lizard, basically. What he is.
Yeah, but he knows dragon type moves.
Yes.
What's neat is since he's not
dragon type. No, there's plenty. Yeah, well, I mean, yes, he can, but he's not. He won't gain stab bonus from dragon attacks. So it's pointless for him. But you get stab is a same type attack bonus. If you hit a Pokemon who's weak to a certain element, and if you are of that element, it's multiple times. So it'll stack up to 4 times. So if a Pokemon's got two types are both weak to say fire, that's 4 times weak plus stab, which is same type attack bonus.
Never heard stab.
It's an acronym that stands for same type attack bonus. So any Pokemon that uses a move of its element will do more damage on top of anyone that is weak to it.
So for instance, so Charizard's going against, let's say,
a grass type, an Oddish, yes. If he uses a fire, then
it's going to do even more damage because he's already a fire type and effective against.
Yes, if he uses a flying move or a fire move, because he's both flying and fire, and grass is weak to both of those types, his attack will. And if it's a Pokemon that's weak to that move twice, such as having dual typing that's weak to fire, such as grass and ice, that'll be 4 times weak plus stab bonus. I don't know the full on how much all that is, but stab is same type attack, so it's just doing the same elemental damage plus whatever they're weak to. So it's basically, I don't know if it's a 1 times multiplier or if it's a 2 times, so that would make it 6. I don't know how much it stacks, but yes. I don't know what plant that is, but it definitely seems a bit odd. Yes, it is a bit odd-ish. The radish, I think. That's what I've always called it. And then whatever the fuck Gloom and Vileplume are. They're the weird plant that exudes nasty scent. That's basically, they're the, whatever the fuck Vileplume is, I forgot the name of it. It's literally just those, I know what it is. It's the big,
that rotting corpse
it's
plant.
Yes, that's what Vileplume is. That's why it stinks.
Now, Gloom apparently stinks, but Bulbasaur loved that smell, because I remember Bulbasaur was running on sniff everything.
That's because Bulbasaur... because it's aroma. Bulbasaur is into that. He's into the scent of like plants because he's a plant. Same with Heracross, literally trying to suck the energy out of Bulbasaur's bulb. There's an episode where Ash's Heracross was trying to fucking suck on Bulbasaur. Yes, I'm not kidding. I can't say that any. I'm sorry. I can't say that any better because there's literally an episode where Ash's Heracross is like sucking the crap out of Bulbasaur, and it's just like, dude.
Yep, he's all over. It's like, holy shit, this is supposed to be a kids show.
And we wonder why his bulb is sore. God damn it, Zero. God damn it. Shut your face. Cut. No. Bad. Touche. Touche. Clever girl. You know you're not a girl. There's like a ladder. Okay, I can drop to that. Fuck you, Talon. Talonflame. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Okay, there's ladder there, ladder up, back up. Why is there? There's also spots and places I can't seem to reach, so I don't know if I get like some sort of float glider thing ability, or if I need a Pokemon to actually legit where I can fly on them, or what, or if my road. Because I have a thing where fall damage in Arceus was a thing. Fall damage is no longer a thing in this, because your character has a phone that's basically Rotom. The Pokemon Rotom, yes. You know how he's inhabiting all these stupid other electronics? And in Oris, the Rotom becomes your Pokedex and phone and map. In Oris, they combined everything into like one big menu. So it's all, this is what I'm looking at right now. The phone, all this, like the menus, it's literally just Rotom. Every now and then, during cutscenes, a phone will pop up and it float. It's Rotom.
Mabel's research?
No, the research, basically, it's kind of like you do a bunch of tasks and your level increases and you get like HM or TMs out of it. This is where a lot of your like TMs are coming from, and after you reach certain thresholds, she'll give you those. And you do, to get those, you basically do missions and quests and capture Pokemon and whatnot. So I basically just do a bunch of shit and that ranks up and I get items out of it. Now, the biggest two things that actually really, I love all of these, but the two things that I really care about are 49 and 50. 49 is a Master Ball, and level 50 is the Shiny Charm. The Shiny Charm increases the encounter, or the likelihood of a Shiny, which is an item that was implemented in later games. It's not in every game, but it's in later games. Usually, to get the Shiny Charm, you have to complete the Dex in a lot of the games that it's in. You go and complete the Dex fully, talk to somebody, they'll give you the Egg Charm, which gives you more eggs, and a Shiny Charm. And it's back. Huh. I don't know if the Shiny Charm was in like yeah, I know it was in like X and Y, I believe. I'm not sure if it's in all the modern games, but it's returned in this. It wasn't in Arceus that I'm aware of. I haven't seen the Shiny Charm since X and Y because that was the last main game I fully beat. Scarlet and Violet, I'm in the midst of. Sword and Shield, which was before that, I only played like an hour of. You go from your hometown through a small little cave that's not even a cave. It's just a cave. It's just like an entrance, a bit, and then it's exit. It's not even really a cave. And then I made it through that, and that was it. It was like an hour in, not even. Oh.
Hey, quick question. Can you hear me all right?
I can, but you're distant.
You're in my hood. That's why I was asking.
I mean, yes, I can hear you. It's just you're not speaking into a mic. There's like a distance directly. I mean, as long as you can hear me, you're. Oh.
There we go.
But no, yeah, that was clear.
All right, now it should be better.
Yes, a lot clearer.
All right, I made sure the mic part was facing up on my hood. I got you on my back. Hey,
yeah.
You got my back.
Like, yeah, because when you spoke, there was a bit of an echo, not like echo, but like an echo as in from a distance. Like
an echo is because I was in a echo-ish like room.
Well, it wasn't like doubling. It was just it's echo, as in like I can hear your voice reverberating from a distance.
Ah.
Kind of like me speaking now, where I'm not speaking into my mic, so there's gonna be a bit of a distance from my voice compared to this, where I'm into the mic and you can hear me clear as day. That's what I meant. But yeah, Wolfie. Wait, what's wrong, Wolfie? What's wrong? What's with the sad face?
I think Wolf wants to be part of the voice chat.
Well, I don't.
That's my guess.
She's depressed. I'm sorry. I'm here if you ever need me. If you don't want to talk about it on stream, I'm always here. If you ever need to talk to me personally, you can text me, even if you want my number, or just text me or message me on Discord. I'm always there for anybody. I don't like seeing people hurt or depressed, and I get that way very easily. If you need comfort, I would gladly hug anyone if you guys needed it.
Can I have a hug?
You want one? You're not depressed. I've been depressed. Well, so have I. I've been horrendously depressed for years, and I don't want help. Just because I want to be accepted. My depression comes from the lack of acceptance. People always hating on me for the way I was, or the way I looked, or how different I acted.
Well,
and I changed the way
it comes from loneliness then too, right?
To a degree, but I wasn't always lonely. It's just women hurting me, people I trusted stealing from me, and I've had ample friends that I thought were friends from high school. Fake, typical guys, like the one dude I told you that was trying to call me for a PSP charger for the PSP he stole from me. That kind of shit.
So what? Was he like, hey, I stole your PSP, but I need the charger?
No.
Have that?
No, I have a PSP, but no charger. And I just happen to have a PSP that was just recently taken with only a charger remaining. And the guy used to hang at my house, so it's like I knew he stole it. Irving knows who I'm talking about. No one you know, because it's all from Illinois. But, like,
yeah.
Irving knows who it is, because Irving was around during our high school times where me, Tom, Zero, Slayer, him would hang out with a bunch of people that aren't really friends and whatever, and we'd all smoke and shit like that. Back during our high school days is when we partied-ish. I've done my fair share of drugs, never too long, but like we smoked, drank, done some stupid drugs like coke and all that, but like it was never like horrendous. I'm just saying we've had our party life. And a lot of friends came about that, and then once a lot of the drugs and, food was drying up, like they weren't just coming over just to get games and, eat and whatnot. And once that was lessened and wasn't fully handed out, and I didn't really have the money to keep buying weed and all that, they just dipped.
Sounds like they just came over.
Yes.
Free food and shit, and
Yeah.
dipped when there was
Yes,
nothing there.
because I'm the nice guy that gave people things. Because I'm gullible and I can't tell if someone's actually fucking me over or just being nice to just get shit out of me, and that's what half of them were. I had a friend who I thought was a friend who literally told my ex that I was smoking, which she already knew, she just didn't like it. And then she also tried to steal one of my Inuyasha Jewel Shard bottle that came with a season. So it's not something that's just easily findable. She got caught. And claimed that, oh no, I found this. I have one. Yours is gone, but I have one. Yeah, mine. The very exact same. You don't have one yourself. You took mine, and you got caught.
How'd you catch her?
I didn't. Irving and Tom, I think, did. One of them did. Because all I know is that she gave it back to me, claiming that it was hers, and that she saw that mine was taken. And she's like, oh, here's mine. Like, no, you're literally telling me that it's yours when it's actually mine. Because,
So it defeats the purpose then.
well, it really does defeat the purpose, because mine goes missing the moment she somehow has one. Why would she be telling me out of the blue? Me and her hung out for like on and off over the years. You know, it's not like we were just trying to be friends for like a week or a month. This was, we've known each other on and off since like high school, and we've hung out over the years throughout high school. So it's not like we knew each other to a degree, and I even dated this girl for like a week. It wasn't anything major, but still, it's just like, out of all that time, you now get shady? Like, throughout that, because, yeah, no, like, throughout all of our time together, she never acted like she used me until out of nowhere, she's like, oh yeah, I got this shard now. I'm gonna give you my bottle of jewel shards from Inuyasha around the same time frame yours go missing. The exact same bottle with the exact same amount of shards in it, which was 3 little jewel shards. Like, really? Yeah, no, it was mine. I don't even know where any of those are now, but they're somewhere.
Yeah, that sound you heard just a little bit ago when you were in my hood and I bent over to put a barrel over the wall, you fell out of my hood into the ground.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, you fell out of my hood, you hit the barrel, and then you went into the ground. So, yeah, that's what you heard. That's what you sound like if you fell out of my hood.
I see.
Huh. I was expecting to see some snakes, but I don't see any snakes.
I'm just trying to find a way down so I can get back up. I don't want to just drop. Because there's items and stuff. I'm just trying to figure out how I get over and up to these other areas. Because I know there's a bunch of these, like, fucking teleport tiles that warp me. I'm just trying to find the rest of them. I don't see any on this side. I don't exactly know how to fucking get to these other buildings. I want to get down to here without fucking dropping. Because I have to get down here to clear the Rock Smash rocks. Yes, there's Rock Smash boulders here. That's about the extent.
Oh, I remember seeing you smash.
Yeah, that's about the extent of what HMs in this are. There are still some blockades, but it's not an HM anymore. You can erase it, but I do need to use Rock Smash on that. Break them. There are parts that I've noticed where there's like little ponds that I can't walk over. So I think Surf might be a thing. I just don't have the move. I have Whirlpool, but I haven't seen any Whirlpool. Because I don't think Whirlpool is the same as it was once. I don't think there's going to be any spots where I need to use it on a Whirlpool. I think it's just a move now at this point. Because a lot of your HM moves were just, you know, progression moves and moves to go over places like Surf and Whirlpool, like in Gen 2, to get to Lugia. And Fly, to just fly anywhere. Then you got Dig, even, which isn't an HM, but it's still a field move, because you can use Dig to go back to a Pokemon Center. Then you got, yeah, in a cave, and I add Dig because it's a convenient move like Fly, to get you out of caves.
And it's also like escape rope.
Yeah, yes, it's an infinite escape rope. You also got Flash, which is not it's not really an arena move where it doesn't traverse you over things, but it helps you see in caves. Like, other than that, like, yeah, these are now predominantly used by ride Pokemon or other means. I know Sun and Moon had like rideable Pokemon, Let's Go had rideable Pokemon, stuff like that, and that helped you do a lot of those moves. I know Scarlet and Violet had the Miraidon Koraidon that does your swimming, flying, and he has like a speed boost. He can jump, kind of thing, climb walls. He does all of that. Arceus has all those mounts that basically do the same thing. HMs, this game, some of them are back, but it's not the same. I don't need to worry about it. I don't need to worry about it blocking anything too important. So far, it hasn't been. It's just been items and maybe just a small path, like right here. So I need to clear that to get through here. It's just opening up shortcuts or whatever. But other than that, it's really so far not too fully blocking, like, progress. So far, I have not seen trees. Like, I've seen some shrubbery trees that I can burn, but not cut. I haven't seen any actual trees that I need to cut.
That really threw me off for a loop in Pokemon Silver. When you went to try and go through this one thing you thought was a bush, and it's like, why is it shaking?
Sudowoodo.
So then you got to make it wet.
Yeah, you gotta water it.
So I'm like, what? Why don't I just piss on it?
I mean, you could, but, you know, it's a game for kids.
Yeah, so they make a Jinx and shit with that looks like a whore.
No. People compare it to Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Yeah, people call Jinx Nicki Minaj.
I think Jinx looks better than that.
Pretty scary if that's the case. When wild Pokemon do bad things, they often are trying to. No shit, they're animals. What do you think we do? Try to survive. I mean, we do stupid things to survive. What do you think war was? Political bullshit. Yes, war was political bullshit for power. People were just trying to survive. Not saying war is necessary, but we're idiots too. Animals, in fact, animals are more pure instinct. They're intelligent, but they're nowhere near us. That's why we're on some of the higher on the food chain. Because we actually have that intelligence as well as sentience. Animals are smart. They're Oh no. Oh no, animals are more instinctive and smarter than us in that sense. But when it comes to like being able to have intelligence like we do and cognizant and thought and being able to speak, that kind of thing. But like we've survived so many decades when frickin' our Neanderthal brethren probably would have died out if we lived in the age of the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Like, and then there's this. I don't know what this is. There's pile of what looks like muck sludge. I do not know what the fuck that is.
Wait, what is it?
It looks like a pile of muck sludge. It's just purple ooze. I've never seen this as a blockade before, so I don't know how to deal with this. It's not a rock smash rock. I don't know what that is. I haven't come across too much. They haven't really explained a lot of any stuff involving breaking things like this too much. And I just learned that there's like a float, apparently. I don't know, because again, fall damage isn't a thing. He'll grab your fucking Rotom phone at the last second and float down, which if you pay attention, sometimes that procs right as I land. So it's just like, wait a minute, that I hit the ground first.
Oh, to answer your question for that, you can remove the sludge by having one of your Pokemon use a water type or psychic type move on it.
You see, I'd rather figure that out on my own. I wasn't see, when I describe things, I'm not asking. I'm legit just like, I don't know what this is. I'm not like saying, please help me. Next time, don't do that. And if you're gonna ask me first, because I'm not telling you guys, hey, I don't know what this is, help me. It's me saying I don't know what this is because it's never been introduced before. And now I damn it.
Hey, what's that?
I'd really rather have figured that out on my own.
Is that bubblegum up there?
I don't really care. I really want.
That looks like SpongeBob from a distance.
I really wanted to figure that out on my own.
Sorry.
It's not your fault. It's mine. Oh god damn it! I'm just stupid as fuck. Force. I don't know why water. Psychic. That makes sense because he's fucking poison. Sorry, I just don't. When I say things, I'm not asking for help at all. I don't want any help. I want to do everything on my own. And if I want to look up something, I'll do it. And if I want to ask for help, I will specifically say. So no more.
Okay.
You're fine. I'm not mad. I just it bothers me that I can't do something on my own. I'm really passionate for doing things on my own because I feel useless when people help me. I hate help. All because somebody beat a boss for me once. No. I know I suck. This is why I say those things. Because I can't do something on my own. This is why this is why I don't like help. Because it doesn't help me. It just hinders me. I have to learn through my own effort.
A colorful screw?
Yeah, they're tradable items. They're new to me. I don't know if they're items in other games. Holy shit, I have 9999 Mega Shards. I don't know if they're items in other Pokemon games. So they're new to me. They're definitely not in the original X and Y. Mega Shard stuff is for... I'm assuming I trade it to people for Mega Stones or something. There's people that trade for that. We got the only Gardevoir. I don't got a Gardevoir right now. Yeah, I don't... they're just tradable items. I gotta collect them. They're in, like... They're in Pokeballs that have a glow. Like, Pokeballs like this right here, it'll be like an item, like a potion. Then there's glowing purple ones, there's yellow ones, or whatever. In the later games, the HMs or TMs, they glow in, like... They're like a yellow color. Red are like normal items. Yellow is like the HM or TMs. And then this game has like purple Pokeball glow, which looks kind of like a Master Ball, but it's got those screws in it. So I gotta revive.
So psychic is effective against poison, or poison's effective against psychic?
Psychic beats poison. Water does not beat poison, which is why I don't understand.
I remember in the show, they used water Pokemon to move Grimer out of the way.
Well, that's because Grimer and Muck
That
were...
micro power
Yes, because they were blocking the power plant. They're not...
So, if I was playing that game, I probably would use the water type Pokemon on that just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, I'm not that smart. I'm not gonna think water or psychic moves. Like, I'm gonna sit there and smack it or whatever. I'm not. That's why I don't like being told that. Because I would not have figured this out on my own. I really would not have. So please, no more. I know I'm stupid. Just let it... Why aren't you going away? Like, the game hasn't explained this, and it's fine, but I would never have guessed water or psychic, because I was only assuming that has to do with Muck. But it just... I don't know what that is. It's just purple slime. That's why I don't like help. I just want to do everything on my own. Even if I sit there and outright talk about how I don't know about something. That's not me saying, please help me. That's me just talking to myself. I talk to myself.
I won't help you unless you say, Dragon, can you please help me?
Or please, can somebody look this up? I'll literally ask. Half the time, I am talking to myself out loud so people hear my thought process. That way, I'm making commentary. Otherwise, I'm just flat boring, and half the time, I don't talk anyway. You already know how boring I am. And how boring I think I am. It's just me. I don't like help whatsoever. Never will. That's why I don't get help for my problems. Because that's changing me. People need to accept that I have issues.
Oh, shit. Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn it. I threw it out.
There's ladders there.
Hey, did you come across any dragon type yet?
I did see a Dratini, I just didn't know how to get to it.
I'm guessing now in the ocean.
No, on a roof. Nope.
How is that possible?
He's a dragon. He doesn't need to live in water. He just happens to be in water. I don't know.
Yeah, but Dratini can't climb, and it has no appendages.
The dude, and yeah, has a tail.
His body is like an eel.
No, he's a dragon.
Oh, it's another one.
Dratini's a dragon. He has a tail. He has a tail. He could slink up the wall. I don't know if his body is slimy. I don't know. It's Dratini. Dude's a fucking... The equivalent... The dude's equivalent of a fucking legendary. He's a pseudo-legendary. No question it. Dragonite, Tyranitar, and stuff like that got the power of a legendary without being one. I'm not surprised he can fucking slink his happy ass up a fucking wall. But no, I did. I saw Dratini somewhere over on a roof. I just didn't get to it. I don't even know if I saw it, technically. Even though I saw it, I don't know if I saw it dex-wise. Because I didn't fight it. I didn't fight it. I didn't try to capture it. I just saw it. Like, on screen. I don't know. Yeah, seeing a Pokemon on screen, like out of battle in the overworld, does not count. I have to fight it or capture it. So yeah, I can't even look where it is. I don't remember where it is. It's somewhere in Lumiose on a roof. There might be other Dratinis in some of these other zones I haven't been. Again, half this time I've been just exploring, trying to open up places. And why is my Kadabra running into a wall? That kind of thing. I also been trying to figure out how I even get across to some of these places. That's why I'm looking down a lot, because there's these warps that will load on my map like icons if I get to them. I have to find them all first. And even then, this map is pretty big, so I'm going to get constantly running around back and forth and constantly map checking because my sense of direction. My sense of dick erection. Dick erection. See, I change up words to make things sound funnier. Because it sounds like erection. Ooh. Is there any other balls before I drop all the way down there?
1, 2.
What we got?
I mean, how would it...
Okay, I can...
And you're trash.
And I'm trapped.
No, I meant the box. I was talking to myself.
No, you're good.
So if I do that, 600 plus 600. 1,000.
No, I knew you were joking. I was just trying to say I had to get up and go to the bathroom. All I hear is, and you're trash. And I was just like, oh, thanks.
I did not mean it.
No. You're fine. I wasn't actually taking it serious. I was actually adding to the joke saying, oh, thanks.
Oh, so it's only going to be 4 feet wide.
Like, no. Do, Pidgey. Pop goes the puppet. Pop goes the puppet for anyone who's played FNAF. That's literally the stupid puppets music box. Yes, it comes out of a music box. So yeah. Yep. Don't keep whining that in FNAF. You get a puppet in your face.
So if I ever see Jack in the Box and touch it, then...
Oh no, if in FNAF there's a gimmick where you have to keep the music box wound. So if it unwinds, it'll pop out. Unlike the other way around where you wind it up and it comes out. Yeah. So if you see a Jack in the Box, then I would keep it wound, I guess. But no, there's an animatronic in FNAF that's called the Puppet that basically has the spirit of one of the main characters' dead daughter inside of it.
I got an email today from Final Fantasy. Play Final Fantasy 16 today.
Kind of random. The game's been out for a while.
An epic fantasy world with fateful land is decided by mighty icons and dominants who wield them.
16's a good game. It just lacks exploration.
Aw, man. Well, thank you for that. So now I know not to get the game.
Oh no, the game's good. The boss fights are fantastic. It just literally lacks exploration. You literally have like small maps, you get like potions, and that's really about it. There's not really much. It's kind of like how 13's, people complain how 13's kind of a hallway. It's kind of still like that. Maybe not as bad.
I've never played 13.
Oh, well, I don't. It's a very linear game. Like 10.
Ah.
Except more linear. 10 actually has substance in terms of collecting items. 16 is really barely any items. It's more or less like a couple potions. From what I played, it was like a couple rooms, a few chests, and then I eventually fought some of the bosses, which involved like other summons and things. Like I made it to, I battled 2 summons already in the game. And seeing as most of the characters are actually kind of like Naruto, where they have like the Naruto characters have like these tail beasts inside of them. Well, in 16, a lot of your main characters have the Eidolons in them. Like Sid, for instance, is Rama. The main character is Clive, has a mix of multiple. I remember fighting in the beginning. Was it Phoenix? It was Phoenix and something, and then eventually you fought Shiva, and you gain these abilities, and you can use them all in battle and stuff like that. It's a really good game. I really like the concept, and I like the boss fight that I had against some of the summons that I fought, because they are actual, like, people with the summon inside them, so people are hunting them down, and you gotta, like, fight. I remember fighting. The beginning of the game is literally you as, I think, Phoenix fighting another summon. I forget which. And then I know I met Sid, who's Rama. Like, it's a very good game. I recommend it. I just need to beat it myself. It's just, it's very linear. And people complained about 13.
It's like that from Final Fantasy VIII, Headmaster Sid.
Well, Sid is literally a recurring character in every Final Fantasy. Just a recurring name. Sid is he's in most games, not all of them. He's in most though.
Is he in FF7?
Yes. He's the Dragoon, the blonde dude. He's the asshole. He's the asshole that drives the Ragnarok ship or whatever it's called. He's the ship pilot.
Yeah.
And he's also the Dragoon. Yes. And he's in 7 Rebirth. He flies you around. You get the tiny Bronco from him. Yep. He's also the guy that wants to be set. He wants to go to space. That was his dream. To go to space and all that. And you use his rocket ship to spit one of the giant materias into space. Yeah. And then I remember, like, he was bitching at like his wife or whoever he was seeing constantly because she's getting him into space at the cost of her own life. And Sid's a dick. So I hope they make him better in 7 Rebirth, because so far his entrance in 7 Rebirth is fantastic. In the original, he comes off as like a cranky 50-year-old, when in reality he's our age. Yes. Fun fact, Kingdom Hearts Sid is FF7 Sid. Also.
So Kingdom Hearts is based off this Disney and Final Fantasy.
Yes, it is. But because 7 is more popular, they decided to throw that Sid specifically. And he is the one that sells you gummy ships, which is your ship. Gummy parts. He'll sell you like parts because you can customize the gummy ship. That's what it's called. Gummy gummy blocks. They're just little. Yes. There's a ship creator. You can get blueprints for ships, or you can build your own from the ground up. And yes, there's blueprints for Final Fantasy, like, designed, like, ships. Stuff like that. You'll get blueprints from, of all people, Geppetto. Pinocchio's father. He'll give you blueprints and other characters, I think. I forgot who all, but you get a bunch of... And as you destroy Heartless and other things and collect, you get different blueprints or different ships designs that you can use, but you can build it from the ground up. And Sid is the one that sells you those. Because
Hey, Sid, I need some ropes. I need some good ropes.
because it's a town called Traverse Town, because they all Final Fantasy, the cast lived in an area where there's a castle. Name was later changed from Radiant Garden to Hollow Bastion, which when it fell prey to the darkness, it lost all semblance of its originality. It changed names, and then all the Final Fantasy cast that lived there, Squall, Tifa, Cloud, all of them dipped and went to a hub called Traverse Town, which is where you first meet Leon, Yuffie, and them.
Alright.
Minus Titus, Walker, and Sophie. Because they're on the island. And yes, if you play Kingdom Hearts, it's Titus. Not like the pronunciation, but the character. Because they combine him with Zidane, which is the monkey from 9. Because it's Titus with a pole, which Titus doesn't use a staff. A pole.
No.
He uses a sword, and it's got a tail. But his name is Titus. He's got Titus's hair, except he looks like a 10-year-old boy with a tail and a power pole. He's a mix. Yeah, he's Titus mixed with Zidane. For some reason, Zidane from 9 is not in it. In fact, I don't really know if any of 9's characters are in the game. Because most of it is 7 and 8. Most of it is 7 and 8. You got Selphie, you got the Squall, you got fucking Orin, you got fucking Cloud, you got Vincent Valentine, you got Sephiroth. You know what I mean? That's it. You don't really got that many, but you got Yuffie, you got Selphie, you got Titus, you got Waka, you got the Gullwings, you none of them. You got whoever else. It's generally 7 and 8. And they do throw in 2 throws in Cypher and Setzer. And not Biggs and Wedge, Fujin and Raijin. So they're all in it from 8, as well as Setzer from 6. Sephiroth, of course, is a super boss. He's a super boss in 2 of the games. He's nowhere near as hard as the Sephiroth you see me beat in 7, though. Nowhere near. It'd be funny if he was.
So there are more player battles in this now?
Oh, yes, a lot more. I wouldn't say a lot more, but there's considerably... I think Arceus only had like a handful of trainer fights, and a couple of them are early on teaching you stuff, and then I know maybe towards the end of the game I'm probably going to battle a dude who's actually going to go bad, because I'm at the part where I'm like undoing this chain, and I'm going to be summoning the legendaries, and he's basically biding his time for that, and you can tell, because he keeps talking about how he's trying to rush it. Every time, when I was doing the Lake Sprite stuff, he talks about, like, why can't we just make this faster, blah, blah, blah. You can tell the guy's bad.
Hurry up already.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Why can't we get this faster? Come on, blah, blah, blah. And then he talks about, what if someone uses it for the wrong ends? He's clearly giving himself away by talking about, like, what if someone did this, use this for evil, blah, blah, blah. And you can tell. I didn't, at first, when I played it, I didn't really think he was bad. But then I saw that, because I didn't get that far, to where he started talking like that. And I was like, alright, so you are bad. I knew he was bad because of Spoiled. But, again, Facebook and social media kind of do spoil me on things. I don't outright try to look for it, but I've seen people mention that he's a bad guy. Which is fine. I kind of figured it out after his dialogue here. But yeah.
Yo, I don't know how true this is, but I was on Facebook and there's a post from WTRF7 News. Apparently, a 9-year-old and a 10-year-old have been charged with attempted murder and rape of a 5-year-old in Ohio, in Cleveland.
The fuck?
Yeah! I don't know how real that is, but that's messed up.
And yeah, the world's messed up, man. Yeah, that just sounds weird. Well, I hope the person who dealt with them and unfortunately had that happen is all right.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Oh, excuse me. Oh man. Gotta be a way down. The stupid I don't know what activates these shit. That's not working right now. There's gotta be another way up. There's gotta be a way to get up there. I don't see any way right now. I'm just gonna drop then. My character hit the ground long before you pulled out the damn phone.
realized it's just me and you in here now.
Yeah, no, Mercer tends to get quiet and then leave randomly out of nowhere. Yeah, that happens.
Did you see a video I tagged you in on Discord?
I haven't looked at Discord since I sent you that image.
Oh, I sent you it's in the group, not on message. Shit. What am I supposed to do? 2:11.
I see it. I'll.
Wait. No, you're 3, aren't you? Yeah, nope, you're 2.
The fuck?
What?
Your post about the dentist. What? Okay.
You know, he has a fetish for teeth.
You have an actual dentist that's doing that?
No, it's a joke. It's a meme.
Oh, sorry, I'm not really averse with a lot of memes, and I don't know what this meme is. So sorry.
No, my dentist keeps texting me and he'd say, thinking about those teeth. Haha, you brushed it.
I know, I get it. I just don't get what. I just don't understand the joke. I get that he's like, I don't know. I guess.
Hey, he's trying to be creepy as shit.
I mean, I get that, but context I don't have. It's just.
I hope you would know how to explain it. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just stupid. I am legit slow. I legit need things more described to me. With like a lot of things without context to me is.
Wait for my people to help you with describing them better than I could. I mean, he knows you a lot more than I do, so he'd be more helpful in that way.
I don't think he would understand them. It's just a post that talks about brushing teeth. Like, I just don't understand where the joke is.
Yeah, the dentist has a teeth set. That's it. Yes, teeth set.
Oh. I personally also just don't find a lot of jokes funny. I don't know.
I didn't find that as funny, but I found it very creepy and disturbing, and I like to share that.
Oh no, that's fine. I was just like, I'm trying to figure out what, because it was just out of nowhere, and it just again, I don't know. Ooh, another. What the hell? I can walk on Firestone. I can walk on these platforms better than I can do that in Dark Souls. Oh fuck. Yeah, if this was Dark Souls, I would have fallen off 10 times by this point. Oh god, walking straight in Dark Souls is near impossible. There's a few rafter sections in Dark Souls that if it was this thin, you would immediately fall and die. There's a spot in Orlando, which is like the big castle, that has rafters you have to climb to get to the next part of the level. And, well, if you fall, you die. And you gotta deal with a bunch of bullshit getting back to that point and after that point, and it leads to a dual boss fight later on called Ornstein and Smo, which is basically like the hardest boss fight at that point in time because it's 2 bosses, and it's a really iconic boss fight that has been tried, that From Software has tried to recreate since.
Like this right here, the thing I.
Yes, Dark Souls. Yeah, that's exactly the scream that there's 2 falling death screams, and then 2 variants of the moaning. The moaning is when he gets hit. Your characters, they no, not that. They don't have that moan. It's more of a moan. I mean, you can redeem it. That's literally what they do when they get hit. That's why I added the moan. Plus, Dark Souls was like a game, or Bloodborne. Dark Souls is a game I played a lot of. There's also there's items in the game for you to throw down that basically says thank you, you're welcome, to talk to other players. That's even like a redeem that I could have added. You're welcome.
Weird.
Hello. People, and then you'll probably hear or see posts of a guy named Solaire, where I posted earlier. It's praise the sun. It's a character in Dark Souls that literally talks about the sun, like the god. The sun, like it's a god. So he's always talking about praising the sun, or praise God, basically.
Wouldn't that be Ra?
What?
Wouldn't that be Ra? R-A? The god of the sun?
I don't know.
Because Egypt has a sun god. It's Ra.
I guess. That's because the main character, the main boss, the final boss, his name is Gwyn, Lord of Sunlight. Or Gwyn, Lord of Cinder. And throws lightning bolts. The guy Gwyn in Dark Souls is basically Zeus. He's a big dude with a sword, but he throws lightning bolts. And that's what the game has dragons that are weak to lightning. They have they're immortal, and they have these scales that protect their body. So in order to fight them off, they had to hit them with lightning. And the only reason why they learned of this is because they had one of their siblings, Seath, which is the name of a giant albino scaleless dragon. Yes. He betrayed his brethren because he was made fun of for being a dragon with no scales, so he told them their weakness, which is lightning.
But then did you kick that guy in the ass though for saying his weakness? You don't have scales?
I mean, eventually you fight him.
So he pretty much turned on himself then.
Not really, because he doesn't need to be beat by lightning, because he has no scales. He can be hurt normally. Here's the thing. His brethren were immortal in the sense they couldn't be killed, and they just kind of existed. The story literally says this in the beginning, that they're so bored because they just kind of exist. And then, like, the gods, the main, like, bosses of the game, they're not actual gods. They're seen as gods. Came about, wanted to take over the land. The one dragon was tired of being shat on, so he betrayed his brethren, and he has an entire library where he researches magic, and the dragon went batshit insane, trying to make himself immortal. He's got this crystal that if you don't crack in his boss fight, you cannot hurt him at all. So the moment you crack this, you can harm him. The boss does not have those scales. That's why he doesn't need lightning to be beat, but that's also why he betrayed his brethren. Because he was promised all this stuff from, like, the main villain, boss. Like, whatever, money, power, whatever, wisdom. So he gave him an entire freaking Harry Potter-esque archive. Yes, it literally feels like you're walking into Hogwarts-ish, kind of, because it's an entire library of books upon books, and it's also a jail cell. There's a section where there's a jail cell. And it's just like, what the hell? Yeah. Yeah. The dude went, basically, like, going mad with knowledge. That's what happened. Yeah, that's what happened. The dragon, Seath, he went mad with wanting more knowledge, because he wasn't immortal the same way his brethren were. So he wanted to figure out how to become that, so he had to get this crystal that gave him that benefit. Downfall, though, is the crystal needs to be guarded. He doesn't have that ability on his own. He has to guard it, because if it breaks, his immortality is gone. Like, if you fight this boss, he has a crystal in his boss arena. If you don't break that crystal, you cannot legit harm him. In fact, the way you first encounter him, which I really hate, they force an encounter on you where you have to die. So what he does is he beats you and he throws you in jail. Instead of waking up at the last bonfire you rested like normal, he'll throw you in jail. And then you go through the whole jail, the rest of the archives, and then you fight him for real in a different arena where he's got this crystal behind him. And then you break that and you're able to hurt him. Normally, the dragons had these scales that prevented actual damage. You don't fight a lot of dragons in Dark Souls that really have those scales. There's a couple dragons that are worse than him, but you could fight them fine. All those dragons that they killed, all the dragons from that I'm talking about in Souls 1 were killed off during that war they had. So there's like there's very few. In fact, there's one area below in Dark Souls, which is an optional area where you encounter one of the last surviving dragons, and he literally lets you lop his fucking tail off for a weapon for free, no problems. And he's a covenant. What that means is you join this covenant like a church thing, and it's a trophy, and you can basically buy items, and it's important for like completing the whole game and stuff like that, or 100%ing. Yeah, if essentially you want to join that. And if you rank up in Covenants, you get bonuses out of it, spells or items and different things. If you rank up in this Dragon's Covenant, he gives you a Dragonstone body and a Dragonstone piece that turns you into a bipedal dragon that can breathe fire. Not really great, but
That sounds OP.
it's not really, because you have to farm. You have to. I don't know how it actually is in battle. I've never legitimately owned the head. I've only gotten the body piece because you have to farm a shit ton of dragon scales, which is a really, really rare item off of drakes. There's an area called the Valley of Drakes where you got to battle actual drakes to get, and it's a rare drop, so you got to get lucky, and you got to get a ton of them. I don't know how many, but yeah, you trade those in, and you get this entire stone head and body piece. And it's not. I don't know if it's OP. I really don't know. But you literally could you could breathe fire and just walk. That's it.
Am I bothering your stream? Because I see you're talking to me, but you're not really playing, and I don't want to.
That's not.
keep you from playing or something.
Then don't talk to me. Like no, it's not you. It's I can't multitask and talk. That's not.
I just don't want you to get mad or something.
No,
for
I'm-
talking so much or something.
If I get mad, that's my own problem. I'm not mad at you. If people want me to talk more, unfortunately, other things are gonna suffer. I'm articulate. I move my hands about a bunch. I can't. My attention span is so bad. I can't focus moving or talking and other things at the same time, because I'm very articulate with the way I speak, and I'm very my hands. I don't know why I do that with my hands. I'm just all over the place. No, it's not your fault. If you want to chat with me, this is gonna happen. It's like that with work. I'm so heavily my attention span is bad, but it's also like my full-on attention is fully divided into trying to explain something, whether it's a serious thing or not. So my brain can't focus that and counting, parts at work, or in this case, like trying to figure out what moves I have to use for Arceus, trying to complete the dexes. That's why, like, it took me 4 hours earlier when I was doing Arceus to complete the 6 lineup I brought out into my team, which should have taken like maybe at most a half hour to an hour at most. But no, it's just other things happen. You can't. There's no way I can just talk and not play all the time. This is how I am. Not your fault. If you want me to play, then the worst case scenario is just don't speak to me.
Well, I feel like you're gonna get mad or something that you're talking and not playing as much. And
Yes,
feel bad.
I probably will, but that's my personal issue with myself. I have personal issues with myself that will never resolve. I hate myself, guys. Like, I'm not trying to say that any further. There's nothing anybody's gonna do. I'm always gonna be this way when it comes to talking. I'm always gonna be trash. I'm always gonna think I'm trash. I don't care about loving myself, and I never will. People need to realize what actually makes me happy is having someone care and love me.
Oh, we love you, Loki.
Not like that. I need Tiffany. That is the only thing I need. That's the only thing I want. Not
Intimate love.
That's the all. Yes, even my own family isn't enough. I need Tiffany. She's the only happiness, even out of friends and family. Not saying that you guys don't make me happy. It's just I need love. I'm lonely, and I'm alone, and I'm tired. I'm not desperate. I'm just desperate for. I'm not desperate to date anybody. I'm just desperate to have happiness. I give people chances more than even if I find them attractive or no. I learn that as I go. A lot of girls I dated, shown me interest, and because I'm shy and so fucking awkward, I took it. That's what happened. Tiffany and me. Tiffany showed connectivity and interest, and the moment I found out she was into everything I was, and deadpan the same for every little action, every little way we talk, just how broken our English kind of is. Even straight down to loving the color blue, Lion King, and stuff like that. We have a lot of similarities. It's just way too convenient. There's no way I'm letting that go. Tiffany could have legit be probably the like ugliest person, and I'd still be. Well, to me, she's not, but I don't know how to word that. But like, yeah, she could be whatever, and I'd still be with her just because of her personality. I fell in love with Tiffany's personality and interests, not her appearance. That came later.
Well, appearance is just a bonus, right?
Well, it is, but it came later. I realized I do love her for her appearance and her size, but it wasn't what I fell in love with. It was her interests. She streamed the same time frame as me. She's done the same games as me. The first thing we really did together was Final Fantasy X. That series is gone though. I didn't highlight it all, which really depressed me. But yeah, we played 10 together. A bit of Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts together. We didn't finish it, but we beat a couple of the games. It's just instant connection. I'm not letting that go. Me and Heather, my ex Heather, me and my ex Carly girl Shauna, like we never had that. It wasn't forced, but it definitely was not true love. I've felt it now for the first time, and I believed I felt it before, but comparatively to what I feel for Tiffany, it was not true love. It was just, I don't know. That's just how it feels. Comparatively to any feelings I've ever had for anyone else, this just does not feel like true love, because that's how much I love Tiffany. And I realized that when my breakdown happened. That was one of the bigger parts of my breakdown. I mentioned that my breakdown was a mix of emotions from happy to sad things. And the biggest thing I realized then was how much I loved and needed Tiffany in my life. That and the first person... I'm gonna cry now. When my epilepsy happened, the first thing I woke to was Tiffany wondering where I went. I've never had that. Even with friends caring about me. I'm already tearing up just thinking about her. Yeah, I'm fucking dead in love with her. I'm a fucking idiot. And
She's your alpha, your omega.
yeah. I can't stop thinking about her for a damn second.
Well, she's very lucky to have someone like you.
Yes, and she's already got me something. Apparently, she wanted to get me something for my birthday, and she didn't know what. She just randomly told me out of the blue that she got me something, and I still don't know what. So, it's just like she's gifting me things out of nowhere. And it's just like, you barely have money. She has money from like Twitch and babysitting, but it's just like, I just haven't had that kind of love.
Your Kadabra's already level 48.
Mine is 20. That's his health.
Oh, I see 48 on the bottom right, and I was like, holy shit.
Look above his name.
Oh, okay, I see a level 20.
Yeah.
How do you evolve Kadabra unless you trade him?
Trade. I don't know. Arceus had a link cable item and trading. You can do either or. I think this game is trade. I don't know yet. I haven't encountered a lot of some of the stone or whatever other items like those. Yeah, I haven't encountered a link cable item. I've encountered a stone shop. I've seen like I found a few actually, a few stones myself. Oops. I found where are they? Yeah, I got Firestone, Thunderstone, Leafstone, Dusk. I found some of those. I didn't buy them, but there is a shop that sells stones. There's also... So I don't know if trade cable is a item in this or not, or if I have to completely now trade to myself or Irving.
Wow.
Well, that's what Pokemon's always been though. Was I just
No. I'm opening this part, and they're all powder coat painted. But this part that I'm touching right now, I think someone on third shift painted it. Okay, I'll send you a picture on Discord, and when you see it, you'd be like, "Yeah, I think that came from us."
wait. We first shift fucked up.
Well, I meant.
What do you mean? Or do you mean
So-
or do you mean I fucked up?
No. This ain't from you. It's one of the presents I got for my birthday yesterday.
Oh, it's just the way you were. I thought you were talking about work. I was like, what are you talking about? What?
Yeah, there's a lot of bubbling, and this indicates that they had too much paint. Yeah, that shit's heavy. Holy fuck, it's heavy. Damn. Either that or they mixed the paints.
Well, you said it was from us, so I don't know what you meant by that.
Oh, I mean, it's like someone on third shift painted it.
I mean, yes, that's awful. I don't know.
Take the picture, stupid. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I sent all 3 pictures to you. That's the only one I found, and when I opened it up, and I'm like, holy shit. Someone third shift painted that. Number one, they didn't get the furry ball of it. That bitch is so sharp. Holy shit. And this was being cut by the laser, right? They still have a flag on the side. Yep, that one they fucked up the paint on. Holy shit, they're heavy on this one too.
Hmm.
Sorry.
For what?
Alright, I got those, but what the hell is a practice?
Oh, Ham. How are you, Ham? Want that? Close that. Ham.
I go for them ham and cheese.
What? Please. Or ankle. Like, god damn. Stop itching.
Black.
I hate my feet when they itch. I can't feel the itch, and my feet are so damn sensitive that I can't even scratch my own feet.
Oh, ticklish?
Extremely.
Oh.
Ticklish to the point where if anyone touches my feet, I may kick you by accident. Yes.
I warned people about that because I had one ex that tried tickling me. I told her, I'm like, I'm not responsible if I kick you.
Yeah.
Start tickling my feet and then bam.
I had to. Tiffany is all into tickling me. So when she was tickling me, she was tickling my hips and like my ribs. That is like one of my more sensitive spots. But my feet are the absolute worst. And I told her, I was like, if you're gonna tickle me, don't do it too much because I will laugh until I can't breathe. Because I'm really, really ticklish and it just hurts. And then my feet, though, however, I cannot control my impulses. I will kick. Yeah. I'm a klutz. Like, there was a moment where I went to go kiss Tiffany, and I called it. I was like, we're gonna make out or cuddle, and I'm gonna just hurt you. And I headbutted her by accident. Like, I'm a klutz.
Hey, we're a kiss or cuddle, but I'm gonna hurt you first.
Well, no, that's not what I meant. I just know from experience because my exes, I've headbutted them by accident because I go to make out with them and I accidentally like hit them with my forehead, and no, I'm just klutzy. And I went to go do that, and me and Tiffany bonked heads. It happens. I didn't say it like that. I meant it as like, be careful, because I will. If we're gonna cuddle or whatever, and I'm a klutz, I may hit you, hurt you by accident.
Oh, okay.
Because I've headbutted my exes by accident, just going to kiss them. There's times where I'll go to move my hand to like fix my mic or touch or like rub my face, and somehow I'll just, instead of doing that, my hand gets enough force to smack my mic away. And I'm just like, I'm just moving my hand a slight bit. How the hell do I have enough force to do that? And it's just like instinct. Sometimes I'll smack the table. I'll go to move my hand up ever so slightly, and somehow I'll have enough force to hurt my hand against my table. It's like, where the hell? Yeah, it happens a lot. That's why. I'm very klutzy. That's why I drop shit a lot at work. That's why whatever. It's like or anything. It's like, that's why I'm very, very, very annoyed or very, like, whatever with working with people. It's just because I'm just klutzy. People who won't, like, when I try to lip things with you guys, I'm gonna hurt you because I can't tell which way you guys want to lip. Sometimes people will be moving piece one way trying to load it, and I'll be moving it with them, but then they'll start moving it back the other way. It's just like, what are you guys doing? You're confusing me. Tell me which way you fucking want this direction to go, because you're just gonna make, and then half the people would be like, ow, you're hurting me, ow, like, it's like, I'm not trying to, like, fucking annoying. This is why I don't like lifting with people.
Oh yeah, that's how my shoulder got messed up, because I was lifting a piece with someone, and I had in the crook of my elbow because my hands had Bengal silver on, and the part was strobing, a strobic frame.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to touch the part and get contaminated, so I picked up my elbow, and the dude didn't have a good hand on it, and bent it back, so it twisted my arm back, and apparently that gave me a partial dislocation.
Well, so the thing about
Dealing with that 3 years later.
and the reason I don't wear gloves is because I legit have worse grip. The gloves get so greasy and oily, the shit slips out my hand. So then that one day when I was trying to freaking help Isaac load, and he was like, how do we load this? How do we turn this? And then me and him are holding the piece. He's bitching at me. Instead of asking me how do we load this, he's bitching at me. And I go to load part of it on the fucking truck, and that's the end that slipped off and landed on my ankle, or my foot. And it didn't hurt, though. It didn't hurt, though, yes. And you were there. You were right there watching us, because he was bitching at me. How do you load this? How do you load this? How do you load this? I'm like, I don't fucking know. And I'm trying to sit there and get an answer out of you because you know more than me, and he's bitching at me, and I'm freaking out. And that caused me to put the thing down, and it slipped off and hit me in the foot, and he was like, see, blah, 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 and he was bitching at me to wear gloves and all this. It's just like, motherfucker, fuck off.
Wait for you to punch him in the face.
Like, I was about to. The dude bitched at me because I told him that he was bitching. Like, I didn't call him a bitch. I said, quit bitching. Yeah. I don't like how, and it's black. I'm not trying to be racist, but black people tend to do that. I've had an instance where the black guy in school once, and I called him a bitch to his face because he was an asshole, and he's like, "Don't call me a bitch." It's like, what are you gonna do? Threaten me? It's just like, I didn't call you a bitch. I just said stop bitching. The dude literally tells me to stop bitching. It's just like, no one will listen to me, so I fucking caused this drama. Because it's stressing me out. Like, half the time when I'm trying to lift with him, he was turning one way, and I'm trying to figure out how he wants it, and I don't know how to load some of the strobic parts when you were loading them on that truck. And I was just like, I don't know.
That's the thing. He's always asking me, how do you load this? I'm like, don't know until we found. What size bag? I don't know. How do you not know what size bag? Whatever bag fucking fits, dumbass. That's the one we use.
And see, I'm one of those people that needs to be doing that. So, like, when I grab boxes, I can't tell what size boxes parts will fit in unless I have it next to them and compare it. So, like, that's why I'm grabbing tons of random sized boxes to load shit in. And that's the same for loading parts on a pallet or in together, for strobic or stoles. It's just like, I don't know. Like, I don't. That's what was. I've been doing that for 3 years. And I was still struggling. That's because I'm a slow learner. Even Matt called me out on that. And I was like, you know what? To be fair, you are correct though, Matt. Yes, I told you this from the beginning. I am a slow learner. He even said it. He's like, it's 3 years and you're still struggling. Yeah, no shit. I tried to tell you this, guys, from the beginning. And
It's
yet,
3 years and Matt still hasn't learned anything.
and I've been trying to tell people from the beginning that I'm a slow learner, and yet everyone shits on me and tells me I'm negative. And then you have people like Sean who's joining conversations that he's not even part in, telling me to calm the fuck down when I'm not actually pissed off. And here I am. I'm not mad. I am not.
He is socially awkward and stuff like
Oh,
that.
he's worse. Yes, he's worse than me. You can tell. Oh, he's more socially awkward than I am. He-
Out of all people, Sean would be the person you want to get along with because he is a pretty good guy. He's not one of those to talk shit on people like some people at the work.
No, he was not. But when I confronted Matt that day about him going, "Psst, psst, 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 psst," when him and Sean were looking at me, laughing at me, I was like, "What the fuck you talking about?" And Sean told me to relax. I'm like, "You guys are literally amply talking about me. You can't even
Matt is, he will just find something. He'll talk about something randomly, but then he'll just look at you and then
laugh."
He'll look at you and I'll look at you, and then he'll just start laughing, and I'm like, "What's funny?"
That's what he was doing. He was looking at me. He was doing the psst, 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 and he was pointing at me. Clearly looking at me, pointing at me. Both of them were, and they were both laughing.
And I like doing this to him. So he does this shit on purpose to piss you off.
I get it. That's not what pissed me off. The part that pissed me off is that I was trying to just ask, what were you talking about? And everyone got on my case and started bitching at me. Half the time, I'm only getting pissed off because people are legit not telling me what I'm asking a simple question. And he clearly was talking about me. So it's just like, I don't give a fuck if you're trying to get a reaction out of me. If you don't like me bitching, stop causing it. Case and point. Case and fucking point. Like, I get it. You know certain things proc it. And it's not just that. Anyone can fucking proc anyone can proc it. Anyone can say anything and I'll think negatively or whatever. But Matt knows he gets to me, but this is what I hate about people in my life. Most people in my life have done this. They'll do things, I'll tell them, please stop doing it, and it gets to the point where they don't listen, so I scream, and then they get pissed at me. I've had ample of friends in my life that would do shit like this to me, growing up.
Calm down. It'd be like, I was calm until you did this. You're the reason I'm doing this.
Yes, half the time I'm fine. Like, I legit asked, what were you talking about to them? And both of them were like, calm down. And I wasn't even mad until Sean was like telling me to calm down. Because all it is writing me off. I'm legit asking a simple, what was you talking about? Not, listen, motherfucker, quit talking shit about me. I did kind of get pissed, though, when I did say it. I was like, quit talking, you're talking shit about me. Just, I have every right to get a little upset about that. Because they clearly were. And all I wanted to know was what were they saying, though. And it's probably, I think Matt said something about how I was loading. But that was not the case. I don't remember what Matt said. Him and his weird ass. Just
No, but the way Matt's going, he ain't gonna last there long because he does have a record now at Mercer, because of his shit. You're not the only one who's been bullied by him. A lot of people have shit against him. He can't go anywhere because they will mess with him. So he's screwing himself with a lot of stuff.
yeah.
Because Paint One has nowhere to go. He's not allowed anywhere else because he screws up way too much. He costs the company thousands, and I mean tens of thousands of dollars. Each time those white units come back, the MDPI units come back, that's hundreds of dollars to have it shipped here. And then we're paying out pocket to ship it back to the customer again. So yeah, that's a shitload of money each time that shit came back because he could not inspect it correctly.
Yeah.
Like there's a huge dent on the door. How the hell did you not see that?
Yeah.
Oh well. He's the one that's screwing himself over in the job anyways.
Yeah.
Dude's been paying for how long now? He's screwed up a lot. But here's the thing. I'm not at work and you're not at work. So guess who has to take off?
Matt, Sean, and
Yep.
whoever else.
Nope. Sean is doing hanging. So Matt has to take off. Or we're training a new guy for takeoff, and the new guy's gonna suck.
Yeah, but Matt was hanging and still doing it, helping me. Sean should very well be doing both.
Not really. Sean's still learning. That's why I spent some time over there helping them, teaching some stuff.
Yeah, no, he keeps asking me when I literally have no fucking idea. They put me on hanging and I fucking was taken right off of it after a fucking week. Hanging is not something for me.
Oh, wait, what the hell?
He also keeps asking, what can you do? I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, I wish I could tell you. The only reason I can't tell him is because I legit don't know how to fucking load all these pieces. I can't just be like, load. If I knew how to do this, I wouldn't need his help. But no, yeah, I think he should help more.
Oh yeah, when Isaac was there, apparently he was telling people that him and his family are going to take over the company.
Okay. Why does he want the company anyway?
I don't know. Who the hell sent me a text?
Like, I don't get what his.
I can't read the text.
I don't get why he cares. He's only saying that to get at people and fuck over people he don't like. He probably would run the job just to fire half the people who work there. It just sounds petty.
Yeah, I mean, he was trying his hardest to get me fired. And you see what happened.
Oh, I know. He told me. He said if he told me if you continue your shit, he's gonna say something. He told me.
Yep, and here's the thing. That dumbass got himself fired.
I wasn't there too. I was over in forming.
No, when he reported me to HR for
Whatever it is.
racial,
Profiling,
thing.
apparently.
Yeah, he reported me because I said some kind of racial slur to him. And everybody's like, what racial slur? I'm like, I didn't say shit to him. I didn't say anything to him, and all he said randomly is, you racist bastard.
No, that's how a lot of people are like that, and unfortunately, I've only encountered African Americans that do this. I'm not saying it's only, but vast majority. If you sass talk any of them, you're racist. I've had this myself. I've been called racist by not him, but other people, ethnicity, because we didn't get along, or they were told something they didn't like, like kind of like how Supply basically went, "Oh, I like you. Oh no, I don't like you. Oh, fuck you, whore." That nonsense.
Why, you want me to sweep the floor because I'm black?
Yes, he'll do that too. Zaire and me didn't really have that much of odds. In fact, fun fact, Zaire actually shook my hand when he quit. He said, fuck you. He did the half-baked thing. He said, fuck you, and shook my hand and left. Yeah, he did that. Me and Zaire didn't have that much odds. He was actually okay with me. He was just a young 19-year-old brat who thought he was better than everybody, though. Just because he lives on his own or something. He'd always talk about how he was kicked out the house, though. I'm just like, well, you're on your own. That doesn't mean you're successful. Just because I'm a 30-year-old man who lives with my parents, that's the kind of shit he would say. It's like, that doesn't make you or me any less successful. Just because you're living in your own with a car and your brother or whatever, that doesn't mean you're successful. You're working the same job we are. If you're that successful, go and have a career then. And he was, fucking Zaire was talking about getting, like, LLCs and shit. I'm like, you're fucking trying to run companies? And yeah, you're not going to have any LLCs or any IPs.
Well, you have to realize that it takes money to make money. And from what I understand, they don't have jack shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
That's my gist of it.
Zaire's not the bad guy. It was honestly it was always Matt. He had issues with Matt too.
Well, that's why when I went to the office, when I told, when I was told about reporting me and shit, I went and I told him that, I have a problem with beef. And I told him, I'm like, whenever you add that and then into the mix, it gets racial, it gets discrimination, it gets harassment and shit. And that's when Terry's like, alright, keep Matt in the back.
And that was the day I came back. Yes.
Yes.
He said it right he said it right to Jeremy's face. He's like, keep Matt in the back. And I'm like, I looked at him, I'm like, I said to myself, I didn't ask him, I'm like, what happened? And that's when you told me. I was like, what happened?
Yeah. No, the work should not be the way it is. So yeah, it's either that or then legal action can be taken against work for that, because that discrimination is highly illegal and that can get the company in a shitload of trouble. That's why they want to stop it.
No, that makes sense, but that's also not mature.
Oh, I found out that the apparently racial slur I called Isaac. A guy come up to me and be like, why'd you call black guy coon? I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, you called black guy coon. I'm like, why the hell would I call black guy coon?
Coon? Like raccoon?
Coon, C-O-O-N.
Yeah,
raccoon.
yeah.
B-R-A.
Yeah, like raccoon.
I don't get why a black person would be called coon.
What the fuck is...
When I hear coon, I think of a short word for raccoon.
I'd never heard of the term coon used, so I wouldn't even... That was the first thing that came to my head was raccoon. I was like, what the fuck is a coon?
Yeah. And the other thing that pops in my head when I think of coon is Coon and Friends from South Park.
Well, we are also... I don't know if that's a thing out for me, is the thing. I'm from Illinois, so that might not be a thing I'm used to, averse to hearing. You guys in PA or whatever might be used to certain terms. I'm not. I'm not saying that that's the case, but there might be terms you use that I don't. Or Illinois people may not.
Whenever I hear coon, I think of either raccoon or I think of Coon and Friends from South Park.
Yes, yeah, I barely watch South Park, so I don't. I know about Cartman's raccoon thing because I played the Stick of Truth. But I don't. Other than that, I don't know much about South Park. But yeah, that's the only thing that came. That was the thing that came to my head was raccoon. What the fuck does that mean? Why is that racist?
I don't know. Maybe coon is short for like raccoon, and raccoons kind of look like thieves. So maybe it's saying black people are thieves or something. I don't know.
Predominantly more ethnic people are in gangs and thugs. I'm not gonna say it's to be racist or anything, but predominantly you're. My parents wanted to get out of Illinois due to crime coming from Chicago, and yes, they're not white people. My parents are farthest from racist, but the way they talk about, oh well, it's those they'll say like, oh, black people are coming down or Mexicans coming down. It's just like running in crime. It's just like it comes off racist. It's just, but there's no way to actually say that though. Describe the situation without saying it that way.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of it, and no matter which way I think of it, it still comes out
Without racist. Yes. So like, yes, but it is the truth though. Like, there's a lot of crime. My parents' car got stolen in broad daylight, in front of a hospital where my mom used to work, and it took I don't know how. It took 2 days. The first time they noticed that the car almost got broken into is the handle was fucked with. The next day, the car was gone.
Well, that should have been told them, hey, if the handle got screwed with, someone's trying to break in.
Yeah, that's how we knew that someone was trying to break in. The next day, the car actually got taken. It was a Blazer. My parents had a Blazer at the time. And my mom worked, the hospital was literally not even 5-minute walk from my house. It was literally right by my house. There, like, you walk down a few blocks and there's a train track, cause my hometown is like a hub, leading from Chicago and back. So it's one of the major stops that people go to if they're coming from Chicago or going to Chicago. They'll stop in my hometown and go through. So it's a hub. And the hospital's all right there. My mall and school are like a bit further down. So like I had everything from restaurants to my high school to my middle school, elementary school, all of that, and all of that were in the similar area. And no, I don't know.
Huh.
But no, crime amply.
What the hell is that? A wild what appeared?
I don't know. I don't see anything.
A wild pig appears. Purple flame. Catch it using PokeCatch.
I don't.
I don't even know what the hell the name of the pig is. It's a black pig.
If it involves this game, I really rather not know.
It's Pokemon.
Yeah, if it's my game here, I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't really want to know any further.
Oh, it's in your chat. In your chat, the Pokemon community thing.
Oh.
Pig has been caught by Dragon 741776.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought you were talking about my game. I was like, I don't know what you're talking
Oh
about.
no. What is that? Is that gum?
Gum? Huh?
The pink shit on the wall look like gum.
No, it's Mega Stone rocks.
Oh, go to that guy behind you.
I don't know why they're. What?
It just looks like a big pile of bubble gum up there.
Yeah, it's Mega Stone rocks. I don't know why. Because Mega Stones were rampant in X and Y because of the guy that I mentioned, who's 3,000 years old, made a big weapon that shot a shit ton of like energy, and that energy not only killed thousands of lives, but it also created the Mega Stones for the Mega Evolution that we know. Yeah. So basically, the Pokemon was split into two separate timelines. A timeline with Mega Stone and a timeline with games without. That's why some of the modern games that don't have it, then there's modern games with it.
Oh, it's a great way for Nintendo to milk more money.
Yep. So
Oh, that's not like Nintendo. I'm sorry.
So they split. So that event in this game, which I thought this game was taking place in because I thought it was a prequel. This is actually a sequel. It takes place after, which makes more sense now because when I was piecing it all together, it wasn't making sense why this 30,000-year-old man has a Pokemon that left him at the end of X and Y's events and came back, or before the X and Y's events and came back after X and Y ended, and has him here now if this game is meant to be a prequel. Because Arceus is a prequel. This is a sequel to X and Y and Arceus itself, and it takes place even after Sword and Shield, because there's an NPC that mentions a champion in that game by the name of Leon was beat. And he's the champ of Sword and Shield. So this game takes place even after Sword and Shield, which is 10 years later. There's even an NPC that literally... Many NPCs talk about how this place changed. And I'm just like, what do you mean changed? This is in the past. They mean it changed from what X and Y's version of this area looked like. Again, this map is much bigger than what X and Y is. Now, yes, that's limitations, because we're comparing Switch to 3DS. And they didn't think about this that far back. But that's why this town is bigger, because it's been expanded. Originally in X and Y, there was no Pokemon and human living in harmony to this extent. You know, Pokemon weren't living in the city like this. Unless they were already, you know, owned like a normal domesticated animal. But now, here in this game, you got freaking an entire city being added to just to accommodate for wild Pokemon wanting to live side by side with human beings. I don't know why, but that's what this is. But that's what the whole urban redevelopment is. It's literally like the freaking mayor of the town or whatever was like, we need to do this.
Well, that's what you say. I'm feeling doing it, bitch. You do it yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I read the package wrong on that one night when I had my edibles. I thought it was 10 milligrams a piece. Not 100 milligrams a piece. So I got screwed up.
Hmm.